lame, you netted.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some ETH Staking in the boardroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some ETH Staking in the boardroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Staking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the farm, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some ETH Staking in the boardroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some ETH Staking in the boardroom.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Hello. This is EMP.Money. This is our daily live AMA and Detonator rollover event. And today is a very special one. We have announced our largest announcement to date as far as use case for EMP outside of our ecosystem. And that is we are now an official payment partner of Splinterlands. So we did an announcement today at about 2:30 p.m. Eastern. We've been hyping it all day. We've been answering questions. Today's AMA will be solely focused around what that means, how this will help EMP, how this benefits both communities. If you are joining us from Splinterlands, we're happy to have you. We do these AMAs every single day. And it's myself, I didn't even introduce myself, AJ, I'm the team lead here at EMP, and I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you today, brother?
Hey, really good, man. How's my audio today, everybody?
Oh,
Give me some.
you're a little low, Bull. Let me see.
Nope. Here, I'll adjust it. I purposely put it way low, so
Okay.
just keep talking though. I'll get to you in a second.
All right, yeah, just a little bit higher, you should be good. But yeah, we're really excited. Today again is a monumental day in terms of use case. The with any crypto
How about
project,
now?
yeah, much better, Bull, perfect. So with any
Okay.
crypto project, we want to be focused on economics first, and we are a controlled inflation economic model. And so with that inflation, we want to have use cases. And so today is one of the major step in that journey of providing use case for EMP even outside of our own ecosystem. So with this partnership today, we have partnered with Splinterlands. Again, for those of you that don't know, Splinterlands is literally the top play to earn game in all of DeFi or crypto in general. They are killing it. I am a personal investor. It is my largest holding outside of EMP. I am a top 25 account overall at Splinterlands. I've been involved with them over the last 3 or 4 years now, or 3 years at least. And they've really been, doing amazing things. They have some incredible statistics. Something like literally 1 million transactions a day on their between all their ecosystem. So they really are one of the premier partnerships that we could hope for. And what this means is that those of you that have EMP that do not want to pair it up or don't have excess EMP, where you don't have enough fresh funds or enough e-share rewards to pair up your EMP, you can now use this as a profit-taking vehicle without selling EMP on the market, because we all know that selling EMP directly will hurt PEG and will drive down our overall ecosystem, EMP is really meant as a utility token. So you're able to use EMP to buy credits inside of Splinterlands. Again, we have a full tutorial and a full article about how to do this. We're going to be rolling out step-by-step guides over the next few weeks. We plan on having some ambassadors within EMP to help, again, those that are interested. And so, you may say, well, man, well, I'm not really a gamer. I'm not really into this. Well, the beautiful thing about Splinterlands is that they have an entire rental market as well. So not only are you able to buy assets and own them, like the cards in the game, or eventually land that they're coming out with. They're coming out with a lot of, again, assets. But those assets can then be rented to other players and literally produce an income stream for you. So not only are you buying what would be an appreciating asset, but now you're able to monetize that, all the while not, again, selling EMP is a one and done. You sell the EMP and then that's it. You heard the protocol and now that's just cash that you have on one transaction. You can now use your EMP to set up a completely separate revenue stream outside of our ecosystem. So really exciting stuff. Bull, I know you've been doing a deep dive on Splinterlands as well. You wanna go over what this partnership means to you, and then we can kind of take some
Yeah.
questions and do more of a
Yeah.
deep dive. So go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And thank you, AJ, because I know, like, like you said, you're one of the whales over in Splinterlands, and a big part of the reason EMP is the way it is because Splinterlands is the way it is, right? It's a focus on the game, on the economics, on the community, and building something that's quality all the way around, right? Not just a quick cash grab, just something to people that they can really enjoy, they can kind of dive in, and there's a lot of strategy over there. I think like I have said this before about Splinterlands. My friend is one of the better players at Hearthstone, and he didn't have to go to rehab or anything, but it took him twice. Really, like a real difficult struggle to quit playing that. But he's like, don't get into it. And I've watched probably hundreds of hours on Splinterlands in the past, people playing Splinterlands, and I'm like, oh man, I so want to play this. I so want to play this because at heart, I'm a gamer. I'm older, right? But I still love video games of all kind. And Splinterlands, I don't think it's not just a video game, right? It's a passive income machine, like you said, but it's a place too where like good people congregate. You can meet really good people over there, and build your knowledge of the game, build your knowledge of the space, of that blockchain. And so the good thing about anything in crypto is you never have to invest anything before you go somewhere, right? Like that's what you have to do a lot of times in the world is put money down so that you can participate. And here you don't have to. You just have to invest that human capital. And there's so many good links and articles here. How to get over to Splinterlands, be it their Discord or their Telegram, their website, the videos, how to get started. And like AJ said, he's going to be, working on, like some tutorials of how to get in there, finding people who want to be ambassadors over at, or for EMP over at Splinterlands, and, to help kind of bridge the gap, if you will. Right. And, it is a really interesting game because, you can play it kind of at your leisure, right? But it is a passive income play too, right? Because as AJ was just alluding to, if you don't want to, so let's say hypothetically you have a full-time job, you have a lot of obligations, you don't have a whole lot of time. Well, what AJ here, and the rest of the team has given you is this option to put your EMP to use. And obviously, thanks to the team over at Splinterlands for working with you guys to set that up too, because that's what a partnership is, right? It's not one-way street; it's two-way street, and there's a lot of things to look at. And fortunately, we have good leadership here. They have good leadership there, and we have a good community here. They have a good community there, and so it is really kind of a perfect marriage. And when you look at those things, a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, what's the use case of EMP? What's the use case? Where's the revenue outside of the system?" Well, I don't technically say that this is outside of the system because you're going to be investing your EMP and your time, right? And so you could look at it like that way, but this is an investment of EMP into Splinterlands. It is an investment of Splinterlands into EMP because they have invested into the ecosystem as well. And so it's just a really beneficial thing for all of us to do, is to explore other options where it's not a competing product or anything like that. It is just another opportunity here to number one, have some fun with a quality crypto game, because I don't remember who said it exactly. I thought it was Jacob, who is a kind of a gaming expert here. He said something that kind of stuck with me, was this idea that there are a lot of crypto games, but there's not a lot of crypto games. And Splinterlands is really the exact opposite of that, right? There's a lot to it. There's a lot of strategy. There's economics behind it. There's, the ability to, basically upgrade, everything in your wallet, so to speak. And so the good thing about that is when a new opportunity is presented, that's something to learn. And that's, as I probably say ad nauseum, the ability to learn, is really something. It's compounding. Compounding your knowledge, your education is something that, is always going to be with you once you've made that investment of time and energy trying to figure out how something works. And the good thing about that is that when you're over there, you get involved with Splinterlands. You've bought the cards, you're playing the games, you're meeting the people. The things that you learn aren't just limited to Splinterlands, because this is a crypto-based game, right? That doesn't mean necessarily that what you learn over there is only applicable there. It is applicable throughout the whole space. And the way that that you can really separate yourself from the rest of the people in crypto is to have kind of a different perspective than other people have. And when you're over there and doing those things and learning, it's just another avenue to look at, or another what do you want to call it, another window pane maybe to look through, to see crypto from a different angle and say, okay, how can I maybe apply that, something that's really successful over there? How can I apply that at EMP? How can I apply it on another project? How can I apply what I've learned here at EMP over at Splinterlands to maybe give me, a competitive edge over somebody? But the great thing is we have all of these choices to do and figure out how we want to build, like our own portfolio on Splinterlands and here. And everybody can do those in different ways. And so I would just encourage everybody to get on those links, check it out, watch some videos, of course. Never invest if you don't know what the heck it is. Make that investment of time first and figure out what something is. And then, if that's really something that you're going to enjoy doing, or you figure it can be a passive income stream, which it can, definitely invest some time in that before, diving headfirst in and, spending money on something, especially if you don't know what it is. And so I don't know if that really answered your question, AJ, but
Yeah, Bull. No, that was great, brother.
yeah.
And again, I mean that's just we're not gonna be able to cover everything in one AMA. This is gonna be an ongoing thing. I mean, obviously, EMP is still we still focus on our ecosystem, but Splinterlands will be a topic of discussion in every week from here on out. Because again, we really feel like it's an amazing synergy of a use case for EMP. We plan on building our own use cases within our ecosystem. Whether it's another form of a game or other investment vehicles, but to have one of the top crypto, play to earn games, be willing to have EMP as a payment method, regardless of my personal relationship with that ecosystem or not, it shows a really, really, it adds validity to what we're doing, and they see that. And so, real quick before I bring on LA here, because she's done a tremendous job writing some articles and getting all the tutorials ready. So I'm gonna let her talk here in 1 minute. But just another high-level overview of what this looks like from a rollout perspective. So again, those that maybe have EMP in their wallet that they don't want to sell on the market because again, selling EMP hurts our peg. They're able to use this EMP by buying assets in Splinterlands. So you don't have to worry about bridging or anything like that. You can go to the Splinterlands website. Splinterlands is on the Hive blockchain, which again, Hive is a really, really incredible blockchain on its own. For those of you that don't know what Hive is, that's another bit of homework for you because, again, I think a lot of you would enjoy the Hive blockchain. It's a very low fee transaction chain, super fast, super a way to earn from proof of stake over there as well by posting articles and other community interactions. You can actually earn Hive by doing that. And again, that'll be a whole nother conversation. But anyway, it's built on the Hive blockchain. Splinterlands is, and you can literally just sign up with an email address through Splinterlands. It will create an account for you, a Hive account for you, and then when you're comfortable enough, you can import your keys from your Hive address to an actual wallet, just like MetaMask. MetaMask is not able to be used over on Splinterlands. You need something called Keychain, which again, once you're comfortable, you can download that wallet and use that. But in the meantime, you can just use your email address, and they'll hold all your assets for you, under your account name. And so you're going to use your EMP to buy credits, and then credits can be used to buy cards in the game. So if you want to play and actually be a player in the ecosystem, I would suggest building a deck around some of the more intermediate cards to begin with, where you can actually be competitive. And every 14 days is a season, and at the end of that season, depending on how far up the ranks you're able to battle, you can get massive rewards in their native token. So, but if you're not able to play, you can just buy certain cards with those credits and then rent them out and earn a passive income that way as well. So there's about 140,000 users on Splinterland's Discord. They partnered with Imagine Dragons, Waka Flocka Flame. They've had some amazing partnerships of their own, and we're really
Careful with
honored.
that one.
Yeah, I
You
know,
know,
right?
we're monetized on YouTube, so careful.
I know, Bull, totally. So, and so, yeah, we're really excited to see what the future holds. And then, what happens is the EMP that is used to buy those assets, Splinterlands will hold in their treasury. We have first right of refusal on buying that EMP back from them, or Splinterlands will probably even use some of that EMP to make an investment on their own through LPs. And so the bottom line is that it's a way to mitigate sell pressure on EMP being sold directly on the market. Uh, uh, so not only is it a use case, but it really is a burn mechanism as well, because a lot of that EMP that we end up buying back will never see the light of day again anyway. So really, really exciting stuff. LA, I know you're on a time frame here. Are you there? I would love to hear some of your input. I know
I'm
you've been doing,
here.
all right, awesome. You've been doing a ton of research and maybe you want to elaborate on some things I didn't get to. Go ahead.
Yes, I've been trying to remind myself all the different things to remind everyone to do. So first things first, I'm gonna steal AJ's job and remind you that if you're watching right now, to hit the like button on YouTube and make sure you're subscribed, because that makes a huge difference. If you were watching the other night, you saw that we announced that we now qualify for monetization on YouTube, which is so exciting. So we're going to be putting in the I guess the digital equivalent to the paperwork for that in the coming week and get that all finalized. So every hour of watch time that we have, every like, every comment, every subscription, it makes a huge difference. And we're going to start monetizing and earning money for the Treasury that way. So definitely hit that like button. Another thing I wanted to remind you of is that we have a EMP specific affiliate link for Splinterlands. So it's really important that you use that link so that, and I'll let actually AJ explain that part. But
Yeah,
it's really important that you use that link, and it's pinned in the big post that AJ made today.
totally.
And then,
So yeah, do you want me to go real fast, LA? I don't want to interrupt you, but before I forget, while
sure,
we're on that topic,
yeah,
so yeah, the affiliate link is in all of the links in all the articles, and it is now the new Detonator banner ad as well. So it is an affiliate link, which is right now it's connected to my personal wallet just because we didn't have time to get this going. But the idea is that we're actually going to set up an account for EMP. So all the affiliate commissions I'm keeping track right now, we're going to move all of those commissions into a centralized account for EMP. And now we're actually going to be able to not only continue to invest into Splinterlands as an entity, but it will also be a revenue stream for the Treasury. Again, you know, we're really big on revenue stream. So we'll be able to build our own decks, you know, DECKS, not DEX, like, so I gotta be careful what I say here because of all the crypto terminology. But yeah, our card deck basically that we're able to rent out or again play ourselves. Maybe we delegate, you know, that deck to somebody in the community as a reward to play for us for you know, a week. There's a lot of really cool synergies that we can do, and we plan on building a guild through Splinterlands as well, which again is a way to further monetize our involvement and have our community involved in the Splinterlands community. So really exciting stuff, and again, that will be another revenue stream for us as well. So all right, go ahead, LA. You got more? Sorry.
I do, yeah. Another thing I wanted to say is just a warm welcome to anyone from the Splinterlands community that's on here watching. And just a reminder to everyone in EMP that we're probably going to have a whole bunch of the Splinterlands community joining us. So if we can all do our part and just be really helpful with answering their questions and helping them as much as we can, we want to expand our community and welcome them with open arms and help them to learn how to invest in our protocol and show them a great time while they're here and make them part of our family, right? So just a reminder on that. And then in regards to the article, we have a brand new article on Medium, and that will give you a deep dive on a little background on Splinterlands for any of you who weren't familiar with what Splinterlands was. And it also has some really wicked stats in there that I wasn't aware of and like just really blew me away by how big they are. Like, wow. So I actually found some really awesome articles on them from both January and July with some great stats. And so I featured those in the article. Check that out. And then the last thing I wanted to go over with you is we created a guide for all of you who want to get involved either with playing or with renting out your cards to earn a passive income. And so for those of you on Discord, you can find it in the new Splinterlands channel on our Discord. And then for those of you on Telegram, you can find a link to a Google Doc on the pinned post that AJ made with the announcement today towards the bottom of the post. And it will teach you step by step how to sign up for an account, how to buy your credits and your spell book, and how to buy your cards. And there's a bunch of really useful links in there. One question that came up today that I just wanted to emphasize is that yes, it is on the Hive network, but you do not need to do any bridging. So that's just an important one that I wanted to go over. You use your EMP and there's no bridging necessary. And you'll find that information in that document.
Amazing. Absolutely, LA. So that's awesome. Again, I know that it's a lot of information to take in, so don't be overwhelmed. And, I know it can be maybe a little bit nerdy as well. Those of you that maybe aren't interested in playing a card game, but really, when you look at it as, a rental property in the real world, where these are assets that you own, most of them are appreciating assets, and the fact that you're able to rent them out is a true game changer because you don't have to be into playing cards or gaming. You can literally turn it into a passive income stream again that not only benefits Splinterlands but also benefits EMP because that's EMP that's not being just dumped on the market. So and again, I mean, this is a very specific use case, meaning, this is for people that are earning, quote unquote, too much EMP in our ecosystem. We always recommend to use your EMP to build your LP positions, but maybe you got a little bit too heavy into nodes or a little too heavy into the boardroom. And again, now you have a perfect option of putting your EMP to use and actually making more from your EMP. Again, I've said it all along that we are implementing things to where it's actually more beneficial for you to hold your EMP or again, spend it on things like this rather than selling it on the market outright. So again, it's a really awesome day. We're going to continue to grow the ecosystem. The timing is absolutely perfect. Again, Splinterlands has had some incredible success. They launched their own native token called SPS. With the market crash, SPS is down over 80% from all-time highs. And, not financial advice, but getting involved in Splinterlands and in their ecosystem now is an absolutely perfect opportunity because they have so much in the works that's coming. They are pre-Binance listing. I have every reason to believe that that will happen eventually. Again, being one of the largest by volume, play to earn game in the space. It's only a matter of time before Binance and Coinbase and all the other major, exchange listings happen. And when that happens, we get to see a massive influx, not only in the price of SPS, but also in the price of all the other cards and assets and everything else. So again, I really encourage all of you to look into it, even if you might not be a gamer or you think it's a little, outside of your wheelhouse. You may want to broaden your horizons a little, and that's a beauty of EMP. I mean, we're always bringing opportunity and legitimate opportunity of other projects that we have done our due diligence on and think they can offer amazing, returns for our community. And Bull said something earlier I wanted to touch on too. So again, I've been really heavily involved in Splinterlands, and the founders are a guy by the name of Agrode and another guy by the name of Yabamat, and both of them are really aligned with the mentality here at EMP, and I've modeled the EMP community after the Splinterlands community, and that is by putting education and camaraderie above all else. So you'll love the community over at Splinterlands. It's not very toxic like a lot of other communities. They welcome you. the more you get involved, the more you're again welcomed into the inner circle, so to speak. And we will have Yebamat on one of our future NMAs. It was a little bit short notice for him today, but we'll get him on for a future one. And I have been invited to their town hall, which is Splinterland's own AMA. They do it about once a week. And that's going to be a massive thing for EMP because I'll be able to give a little 5-minute intro into EMP. And again, their community is massive. So all good things all around. Really exciting stuff. So, all right, Bowler LA, anything else you want to add
Maybe
before
you
we
could talk
take
about
questions? Yeah.
Dygycon a little bit in relation to that.
Oh, yes, LA, do you want to mention that real fast while I catch my breath here for Digycon? Yeah.
In regards to the next one,
Yep,
or?
and that is open for registration, right?
Yeah, so the next Dygycon is open for registration, and AJ is going to be a speaker again. So we're going to get that all set up and get EMP registered this week. And so very shortly, we'll be able to make an announcement about the schedule and the date and the time that he'll be doing the AMA at the next Dygycon.
Perfect, yes. And Digital is a digital crypto conference that is put on by Splinterlands every month or every 6 weeks, something like that. So um, we're happy to have a large presence at the future Digicon as well. So, all right, awesome. I guess we can open it up to some questions or anybody else from the army. Maybe want to say anything? If somebody is here from Splinterlands, if you're a Splinterlands player, I'd love to have your input on what you think of this partnership and any other questions. So uh, go ahead, Bull. Do we see any in YouTube or anybody want to raise their hand? Feel free.
Well, I'm going to read a comment here. It said, this is from Fat Jimmy on YouTube. Truth. Splinterlands is revolutionizing DeFi, not only the gaming industry, and right, and that's an important thing that we really have talked about here just a little bit, is that a lot of crypto games really aren't. There's not a whole lot of substance to it, and you said Splinterlands has been around 3-4 years and on the Hive blockchain, which is primarily a gaming blockchain. And that's an important thing, right? Because here we are all about sustainability and not just partnering up with whatever's hot at the moment. And I don't want to say Splinterlands isn't hot, because it is super hot. But it is a robust game with kind of tried and true mechanics, but with an earning component that you're not really going to find other places, with sustainability, with earning, and fun too, right? And that's something my nephew's always complained to me about is, hey, I tried this crypto game, it sucked. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, you're making money, it's there's not a whole lot to these things, but I always try to, I use them as kind of my crash test dummy to try out crypto games. And I think there's always a lot of disappointment, but I don't think you're going to, well, I know you're not going to have that with Splinterlands. So, do yourself a favor and absolutely check it out. Not just if you have a spare EMP, but just check it out in general, because it's fun to play.
Yes, absolutely, Bull. And again, I mean, that's no shade to other, play to earn games or crypto games in general, but literally, Splinterlands is light years ahead of them. I mean, there are multiple UI, there's multiple marketplaces, multiple UIs for, again, depending on how you want to play the game. I mean, it's just so robust. And again, they have worried about their economy first. Similar to EMP, we're all about sustainability and again, making sure we're around for the long term, not just quick gains, and then everybody is left holding the bag. So Splinterlands has done a huge deep dive into their economy. They have a lot of awesome mechanisms. They have a multiple yield ecosystem, DEC, which stands for Dark Energy Crystals. Those are actually an algorithmic token backed by their own assets and blockchain in general, which is a really interesting concept that Matt, the founder, talks about a lot. And then their native token, SPS, that is again the currency of, I guess ownership of the game can be had through SPS. And somebody posted, you know, is there a good an easy off ramp for earnings in the game? So yes, SPS token is available on Binance Smart Chain, on Hive, and on Ethereum mainnet. So when you play the game and you earn DEC or you earn SPS, you can then convert that all to SPS and easily transfer that to whatever wallet you have on Binance Smart Chain or on Ethereum mainnet. So yeah, it's very liquid. There's plenty of assets, plenty of, again, liquidity, no matter where it is. I mean, again, this is a big, big deal. Splinterlands, this is, again, one of the largest crypto projects out there. So we're super excited for all this. So, all right, I think we have Vino Mystic, right, Bull? I saw he had his hand up. I don't know if he's
Yes, sir.
ready.
He
Yep.
should be good to go.
Vino, how are you, brother?
Hey, I'm hanging in there, hanging in there. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good, brother. Good. I know you've been around. It's been a while since we've had you on the voice chat, but I know you've been real busy over on Discord. But yeah, man, I'd love to hear your input on today, or if you have any other questions, go ahead, bro.
I want to start out by saying congratulations on the partnership. I think it's great. And you guys kind of hinted on it earlier. You don't even really have to be a gamer to enjoy the benefits of this new partnership because you could purchase cards and rent them out for other players to purchase as passive income. And you're not
Totally.
hurting the protocol because you're using EMP, which is great. I love it. But I
Absolutely.
do want to stride that into what my actual question is. And whenever it comes to EMP investments within Splinterlands, what aspects within Splinterlands is the Treasury looking to invest in? Is it looking at is it leaning in more towards card rentals? Is it open market land purchases and hoping for uh, price speculation to go up, or is it maybe looking more towards the validator node within Splinterlands?
So yeah, sorry, brother. We, as you guys know, I've been having some work done on my house, so there may be some crazy background noise. But yeah, so we're looking at a bunch of different options. From the Splinterland side, again, they are hopefully going to use some of the EMP that is collected to make LP of their own. And again, we'll have first right of refusal on buying back that EMP before they have to sell it on the market to realize profit. And so we don't really know how much volume we're gonna have. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, can you guys hear me all right? I don't know. I made the pause here.
Yeah, you
So,
got that guy from Sesame Street making those construction noises in the background.
yeah, for sure, Bull. So yeah, we there may be a little bit of sell pressure that Splinterlands has to do. It's all going to be dependent on how much volume we have. But regardless, the whole point is that it's less sell pressure than what we're seeing right now on EMP. So any benefit is a good benefit. And so to answer your question about how we're going to invest, yeah, I mean, we are absolutely going to build our own rental income from that. And then absolutely, I mean, we definitely want to utilize some of the SPS to buy their validator nodes. They have an upcoming land release as well. I have a ton of land. I have like 1% of all the land in existence on my personal account. So we're gonna definitely utilize that. Within our ecosystem, where we'll have access to all that. So there's a lot of. Fortunately, again, I'm a bit of an expert on how to maximize the yields in Splinterlands, and I will be using that knowledge to help the EMP Treasury do that as well. And again, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we're looking for ambassadors. Again, if you're familiar with Splinterlands, or maybe you're not, but you love the idea of getting involved, we may even have some a literal full-time position that would be paid from EMP for one of you that becomes a Splinterlands expert. and can help us, again, take some off my plate in managing the day-to-day over at Splinterlands on our behalf. So yeah, does that answer, Vino?
Yeah, it sure does. And I kind of figured that you would use your knowledge, obviously, to help benefit EMP the most. I just wanted to understand a little more towards where the Treasury was leaning into. So I appreciate that.
Awesome, brother. Yes, sir. Happy to have that question. And again, it is a lot of info to take in right now, but I would just encourage all of you to have an open mind, do some research on your own, and you'll quickly see, how awesome this partnership is, and how it will benefit all of us in the long term. So for sure.
Thaddeus Prime is up now, bud.
All right, another Hive expert. Thaddeus, how are you, brother?
Heyo!
What's up, man? Are you I guess you're pretty excited about today's announcement, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Definitely.
very pumped. From Dygycon, I kind of started formulating a theory. Like, wait a second, AJ's been around the Hive and Splinterlands for a while, and he's getting involved with this and that. I feel there should be a partnership in the future, and kind of on that I was right, and I could not be more excited about it because Hive, the blockchain, the Web3, the decentralization, I've always loved. It's like a hidden gem, especially on the U.S. side. And the play to earn, I've always enjoyed there because I'm just making money by doing a little bit of fun. And Splinterlands was the entry point for me on that. I always loved Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone and other games like that. Figured if I can make some money doing it, heck yeah. And I don't play as much as I used to, but I built up a nice deck, had some nice runs, gotten some tournaments and some guilds with a minimal investment, and it's been an absolute gem. And right now, I just rent my cards out, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm probably going to delegate some out because I've seen some interest in the chats, and I have a lot of great cards that aren't getting picked up on renting, so might as well delegate them out to some of the EMP crew. But the fact that we have use case now with EMP into one of the most massive games for play to earn is fantastic, and I'm glad you guys made that move.
Awesome, Thaddeus. Thanks, brother. Yeah, man, always great to hear from you. Again, I know you're very familiar with all those ecosystems, so you have a good handle on things. But yeah, bro. I mean, that is again what we're striving for. What do you say? If you build it, they will come, right? So, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Splinterlands has built it. I mean, we don't have to spend any dev time making our own game. This is just a win-win on plugging in right into their ecosystem. And again, not only is it a major use case for EMP from our side, but from the Splinterlands side, there is a ton of new eyeballs on Splinterlands,
Yep.
and it adds those eyeballs onto us. So yeah, it's a use case play and a marketing play all in one. So
I love it. And you mentioned about creating a guild and having EMP as a company build up decks and do tournaments and delegations. I love that idea. It's kind of giving me the itch to maybe look a little more back into jumping back into Splinterlands because I think I need to carve some time out to get back into it because I'm excited now.
amazing, brother. Well, I'll make sure to tell Splinterlands that when I'm on the call next, again, because it's also a value add for them. They know that we have a very, very strong community, and if we can bring that sledgehammer everywhere we go. I mean, Liquid Capital, we raised over 600 grand. Gold Bridge, we had about 400 grand. So now with Splinterlands, who knows if we could drive $1 million of value into their ecosystem. That would be massive for sure, brother. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. All right. Awesome, bro. Well, thanks for showing up. Any other questions or comments?
No, that's it, man. Y'all just keep up the good work. Y'all are killing it. Like you said, bringing a sledgehammer wherever you go. And, people are noticing. It's making waves, and it's turning a lot of skeptics and those that have been on the edge to believers and investors. I've been kind of dropping hints about EMP on one of the Hive gaming discords called Pizza. They're really big upon community and gaming on the Hive network. And we've seen some people like, oh, no, it's Ponzonomics. There's no way you can make money. Like, oh, EMP's still around. Oh, EMP's with Splinterlands. Oh, okay. I need to look into this now. I'm like, I've been trying to tell you guys, this is legit. And
sure.
We've seen some people in our Discord who are on same Discords like, hey, man, it's happening. I can't believe it's happening. So, I'm really excited to see where it goes. And you guys are just keeping on bringing the awesome and changing things up and doing things right. And, just keep doing what you're doing and slowly change the world.
No doubt, brother. Thank you. Right on, Thaddeus. Again, much love, much respect. Appreciate all your support, bro. So there you have it. Again, another Hive expert that is familiar with the ecosystem, giving us an insight onto how massive this can be. And so, yeah, I mean, we've seen it. I mean, we were in the Splinterlands Discord today, fielding some questions. I was in the Mavericks chat, which is basically the whales chat over in Splinterlands, and the majority of the people were really, really supportive. But we're going to get some skeptics. I mean, that's to be expected. I think there is still a lot of hesitation being an algorithmic token. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. We're here at EMP. Yes, we are an algorithmic seigniorage protocol. However, that is very, very different than being an algorithmic stable token. So typically, again, what we saw with Luna and Iron Finance and all the predecessors that have died, they were backed to a stable asset. And when that happens, as soon as you lose PEG, all hell breaks loose. And so you have a panic, you have a run on the bank, and ultimately it leads to a death spiral. Well, we're pegged to an appreciating asset. And that is a fundamental difference. So, again, there is a lot less risk in that, meaning, it's okay for us to lose PEG. That is healthy on the ecosystem. For us to be above and below PEG, it's more based on supply and demand rather than the health of the protocol. And we've seen it. I mean, we lost PEG, we recovered PEG, we may lose PEG again, and we will recover PEG again. And so, again, I think people are just they're not used to the advanced economics that we have built into EMP, and I understand there is that hesitation, but as long as you do your own research and look into what we're building, you have that aha moment, or again the light bulb moment where you say, wow, this really is something different. And so, and then that doesn't even include Detonator. I mean, my God, we're going to get into Detonator here shortly, but that's a whole nother beast to be reckoned with. But again, we can take a few more minutes about Splinterlands first before we move on to that. But yeah, again, and anybody that is in Splinterlands, welcome. We are happy to have you. Please feel free to ask anything. All of our admins are here to help and willing to help you be the best actor possible in our ecosystem. I know the best thing to do is start with our academy. We have about a 1 hour long academy that explains everything you would need to know about EMP and help you get started on the right foot. So, all right, Bull, anything else you want to add? Anybody else from the Army or any other questions? Feel free.
I'm gonna read a comment really quick here. Two comments actually. This one is from Fat Jimmy on Discord. It says, I've been in Splinterlands for over 2 years now, and seeing it was AJ, seeing that AJ was the founder of EMP that first caught my attention, as he is well known and well trusted in the Splinterland community. Won my first EMP node in a Splinterlands tournament about 2 weeks ago. So maybe you can talk a little bit about tournaments.
Sure.
The potential for mutual benefit here is incredible. I know I will be bridging these two worlds. Thanks, Fat Jimmy.
Awesome. Yes, Fat Jimmy, I absolutely know you. I know we've talked a little bit in private DMs, but I absolutely recognize the name. And yeah, I mean, we already started about a month and a half ago running EMP tournaments on Splinterland. So Splinterlands is giving away, again, I mean, we give away a lot here at EMP, but Splinterlands has been around a lot longer, and the last number I remember in my head was like something crazy, like $7 million in tournament prizes. And so every week, they have or really every day, they have tournaments where you can compete in a bracket style, and win. And we sponsored a tournament. EMP had a weekly tournament for the last few months, where yes, we would give away EMP to the winners, and be able to accumulate enough to go into a node. And anybody that participated in that tournament, they had to take our academy to be eligible for those tokens. So it was a great way for us to build awareness and engagement through Spinnerlands already. So we're slowly getting farther and farther in bed with Spinnerlands, and we're happy to be there. And again, I think that this is just a natural progression in our partnership together. So for sure. Was there one more, Bull? You had another one too,
Yeah,
I think. Yep.
just a comment. This is from Florian One Up on YouTube. I haven't used EMP yet, but now that I can earn credits in Splinterlands, I will surely get some and dive deeper into it. Love AJ already, so it can only be good.
Amazing. Yes, Florian, awesome, brother. So Florian and I go way back. It's awesome to see him here on YouTube. Yes, he runs a lot of other projects on Hive as well. So yeah, really happy to have you here, brother. Happy you're excited about this as well. And yeah, it gives you an excuse to dive into EMP. And again, that's a perfect example of the cross pollination of communities, you know. Our community gets involved with Splinterlands, and Splinterlands gets involved with us. So a true win-win, no matter how you look at it. So awesome, Flory. Great to have you here, bro.
I'll just make that quick follow up with that. Right there, you saw two examples of people that have come into contact with AJ, over the last few years, and have really nice things to say about him. And so nobody knows the future, but we do know that, like, if you put that your foot forward and start working on building relationships, the sky is the limit here in crypto. And I don't know what people's backgrounds are here, but who knows? You could be making your own project a year from now, 2 years from now, and the same thing could be going on in an AMA and on YouTube, and somebody saying nice things about you. And so I would just encourage everybody to kind of really understand what's possible here. But you have to actually like do something and put your foot forward and start learning and invest time, and not just hoping to strike it rich overnight, and or wait for buttons to show up that can auto compound for you and do everything, because that's the compound interest is nice, but really compounding your interest in your human capital might actually be more beneficial than what you're compounding in dollars. And so I just everybody kind of think about that a little bit and let it sink in about what could be.
Totally, Bull. That's an amazing point because I have seen success story after success story, not only here at EMP, but in Splinterlands as well, where literally people in third world countries are able to provide for their entire village by playing a game. I mean, just think about that for a second. How incredibly powerful is that, and how awesome is that we're now provided that opportunity through cryptocurrency. I mean, again, blockchain is just so powerful, and again, to be able to earn a living by playing a card game is just such a mind-blowing, equalizer in the world economy that is truly inspiring to me. And yeah, I mean, I started just like everybody else. I mean, I think I bought my spell book. maybe deposit a couple of $100 and just continued to earn and play and get more involved and buy more cards and add to that investment. And, before you knew it, again, I'm a top 25 holder now in Splinterlands. My entire assets combined is worth about 800 grand. So pretty amazing stuff. And so really happy of what the opportunity that Splinterlands has not only afforded me, but everybody else that is in that ecosystem and earning. And I'm not one to overhype things. Again, I know I teased this as being one of the largest announcements to date, but it really, in my mind, it's true. I mean, I really think, as far as the use case, we really couldn't have come up with a better partnership, especially because, Splinterlands wants to support us, and that EMP that is collected, is not just going to be dumped flat out on the market. We'll be able to utilize that EMP again through either buybacks or Splinterlands investing with their own LP using that EMP. So it truly is a win-win. And it's not a spike EMP. This isn't about the moonshot of EMP going up. It's about reducing the selling pressure on EMP. And over the long run, that will have a massive effect on our economy. So, yeah, really exciting stuff. All right, Bull, anybody else? We have time for maybe one more before we go into Detonator.
I don't see anybody, but I would just encourage everybody to read the YouTube comments about how, where Florian here just says, I am living full time from it. I feed my entire family from Splinterlands. So, all the people that say, boy, I wish I would have got involved with Bitcoin. I wish I would have bought it when it was $1 or $100. We don't have to wish for our time machine or that we did something in the past, because we have the opportunity right now to build stuff that's better than Bitcoin. And I know that's blasphemy in crypto, but the opportunity today is, even in a down market, is way better than it was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. The sky is the limit. Everything, really can be built in DeFi. You just have to, have the willpower, the technical skill. But that's where, if you don't have that particular skill, that investment of that human capital yourself, meeting people, befriending people, being a good person, that's your opportunity. And that doesn't come from wishing and hoping something happens. It comes from doing, getting out there and helping people. And people will be attracted to somebody that is a hard worker and wants to see better things for the community that they're in. And I think you would just be amazed at the opportunity that's all over the space, even though it's a bear market. The smart people are building like crazy right now because they know that this is where kind of those life-changing gains happen. And it really, what am I trying to say here? You don't have to wish for something that you did in the past. You can do it right now, and like he said, the game changed his life. He's feeding his family. This is what he does full time, so just look at what's out there and think about what can be done or what needs to be done and what you can do in here, to make this a better space and a better life for you.
Totally, absolutely, Bull. And again, I mean, Splinterlands is working with large brands. Again, I mentioned earlier, Imagine Dragons. They're partnered with, I believe it's RCA Records or one of the large record companies, where they're actually going to be producing play to earn games white labeled for other entities. And so again, that gets our foot in the door. Again, having EMP already in the ecosystem, it's also a way for us to scale with Splinterland. So just again, there's just so many things that I can't even get it all in one AMA. And so we're going to talk about this a lot over the next few months and again, indefinitely as we move forward. But really exciting stuff. So, Bull, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. If we can stall for another 1 or 2 minutes, I don't know. If you can go into real quick about like the correlation between gaming and crypto, and how it's kind
Sure.
of a perfect
Sure.
match So yeah,
Yeah. Of course, no problem, man. So a lot of times, excuse me, people have heard me say in the past that crypto and video games are really, really similar because they are. There's a lot of crossover, and I'm not necessarily talking about crypto video games, but I'm just talking about all the late nights, the grinding, the farming, sitting in front of your screen, leveling up. And you wouldn't think about it, maybe in this regards, maybe you have. But I think I actually have a video about this, something to the effect of playing video games trained you for a career in crypto, I think is what it was called. But the point is that there's so much correlation in the sense that most games, video games, if they're strategy games, war games, etc., they're actually just economy games, and all the other stuff is kind of ancillary. Um, and so when you know like the format of how to be successful in a game, a lot of that actually really translates to success in crypto, is finding that good plot of land, buy those resources that you don't have to go very far to get, or spend a lot of time moving from spot to spot, collecting those resources. And my comparison there is that when you find a good project, in crypto, you don't have to go looking for five or six or 10 other projects. You need to stick with what's working. You stick with the formula that works. And instead of spending time looking and looking and looking, for more and more projects, and burning up more of your resources time, you need to focus on what's accomplishable, like with what's in front of you, and if it's working, and how to maximize those returns. And are you back, AJ? Are you ready to get in Detonator?
yes, sir. All right, I think I got to figure
Okay,
out.
man.
I had to restart the browsers here. Oh man, never a
Okay.
dull moment. Here we go. All right.
But yeah, crypto, just like a video game, farming, grinding, leveling up, having those times of success, the times of failure where you think it's never going to work out. But at the end of the day, most people finish video games, get to the end, and there's that sense of fulfillment. And same thing you can do in crypto, but if you stop playing halfway through, you're not going to accomplish that task. So make sure to maximize the time that you spend, the time that you put in, the resources that you put in, and have a goal of where you want to get to. And then you're going to approach it probably a little bit differently about how you're going to succeed if you know where you want to get to.
Absolutely, Bull. No doubt, brother. So, all right, we're back. This
Okay.
is Detonator. Now I have my screen share up. It is a little laggy. My apologies, but that just happens on our live stream. But Detonator is our shining light in our ecosystem. We had a monumental day. Again, the last 10 days in EMP have been one announcement after another. Oh man, we have just been banging it out. The new UI, the Splinterlands partnership, the Detonator all-time high balance of over 100,000 LP. Again, people, claim during the day. That's very healthy for the protocol. If you're claiming once or twice a week. So now we're at 99,000 LP. But again, I think we'll be well over 100,000 with about 8 minutes left. Every day, the pool balance is just continuing to grow and grow and grow. We already have a major snipe of 283 LP. Again, people are going to ask me, what the hell do you mean snipe? So every day, at the end of our countdown here, which is in 8 minutes, our contract ends, and anybody that does not claim or compound with those rewards, the rewards are given back to the pool, which is very, very healthy for the sustainability of Detonator. But let me start from the top, because I know we have a lot of newbies here, and I say that with a term of endearment, because Detonator is powerful, and I want all of you to learn how this works. So, Detonator is a glorified ROI contract. Similar to other ROI contracts, Detonator has taken every aspect of all the successful ROI contracts and built them into one, as well as our own special sauce. or secret sauce to really make this one of the most incredible ROI contracts ever made. And so what that means is that you're able to deposit EMP ETH LP. Half of that is Ethereum, half of that is EMP. You zap it in using the zap in button, or you can create LP on PancakeSwap, and then you deposit that into Detonator. Those funds are then locked, but you're able to earn a certain percentage every single day based on what you've deposited. So the idea is that it adds a lot of locked liquidity to our protocol. Right now it's about $5.2 million of liquidity. Um, and so with that, again, you're able to earn up to 365% on your initial investment. But that doesn't include if you're able to compound. So the idea is that not only do you deposit into this contract, but if you're able to compound more than you claim, you never hit that 365% maximum return, and you're able to earn much more through the power of compound interest. So on top of that, we have a lot of other mechanisms that play on human greed without being predatory. So anybody that goes for the largest deposit or the lottery, you don't lose on what you submit. The lottery and the rewards that we give are simply a bonus on top of your investment amount. So it's a lossless system, which is very, very revolutionary again as well. So, all right, so the top deposit prize, 1% of our overall pool is given as a top deposit prize, and another 1% of our pool is given as a random giveaway prize. We call it a lottery because it's easy to understand, but it really is a giveaway. So, and that's why when I said sniper earlier, we will see a lot of large deposits come in within the last 1 or 2 minutes to try to win that largest deposit prize of the day. As long as you've deposited the most when the contract ends, you will win $52,000 or 991 LP. Today could be the first day that we give away over 1,000 LP to the winner. So, Bull, you want to talk about the lottery real fast?
Yeah, real fast. So the lottery is a random ticket that's going to win 52 grand or this 991 LP. That's going to change a little bit as these last minute deposits come in, but you can have a total of 50 tickets through deposit or 50 through compound. Compound is you are getting tickets by hitting compound and having compound interest rolled back into your principal deposit. You get a maximum of 50 tickets there. That would cost you 6 LP. And let me see, on deposits, on the deposit side, a ticket would cost you 0.15 LP or about $8, and that's EMP ETH LP. You can have a maximum of 50 tickets there. 50 tickets are going to run you 7.5 LP total. Only one ticket wins. We've been having about 10,000 tickets roughly. So if you had one ticket, you would have a 1 in 10,000 chance of winning the 52,000. There have been plenty of people who have won with single digit number of tickets, all verifiable on the block, of course. And so let me see, where else are we? So this is a sustainable machine here because it could be a standalone project, but I think it's made even more powerful because it's plugged into this ecosystem. And I believe there's about $20 million of liquidity on this contract. So a lot of people ask, how can we give these prizes away every day? Because there's 2 of these prizes given away every single day. Well, the part of that, the ability to make it sustainable is if you are one of those 2 winners, that is redeposited back into your balance, and you could only claim a small portion of it every single day. You can do that, but it's more beneficial to compound, and build that up, and then at some point in the future withdraw when LP is a little bit more expensive. How much time we got left, AJ?
Yeah, no, you're good, Bull. About 2 minutes and 30
Okay.
seconds. So yeah,
Okay, your dog.
yeah. Yeah,
Go
my
ahead.
dog is ready, right? My dog's ready for
Yep.
the detonator. He's excited. So yeah, again, apologies for all the background noise today. It's been nonstop here, but never a day goes by that we don't do our AMAs. That is a really important factor of our ecosystem. And again, if this is your first AMA, we do these every single day. So if we didn't get to your question, we would love to hear from you in the future. But yeah, I mean, Detonator is an absolute beast. Like Bull said, it is a game. It's not an annuity or a certificate of deposit. Could the balance go to zero? Yes, but we've done everything we can to mitigate that. And again, for almost 6 months straight, other than 2 or 3 days, 4 or 5 days, somewhere in there, the pool balance is either maintained or gotten larger. So super healthy. And again, because you're not able to claim those large winnings and dump on all of our heads, it continues to be sustainable. However, if you are the lottery winner, you actually are able to earn exponentially on your winnings because we always say that Detonator turns paper hands into diamond hands. And because it's LP token, you always have exposure to Ethereum, where that $52,000 winning could be well over 2 or 3 times that amount when ETH recovers. So, all right, here we go. 1 minute left. Good luck, everybody. Again, make sure to compound last minute and get ready for the rollover. We'll see if that sniper holds up with 283 LP. We should definitely break
There's
100,000
something.
LP and last minute volume going through the roof, almost at 10,000 tickets. And if you are the winner, we'd love to celebrate with you live here on Telegram or YouTube. So feel free to let us know if you win the random lottery. We're up to 3,836 total users. That's almost 40 users since yesterday. So, all right, 20 seconds. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 15 seconds.
10,000 tickets.
All right, we broke 10,000 almost. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Will 283 take it home?
I don't know. I think it did.
All right, let me refresh.
Yep. 286 is the winner.
All right, so 286? Nope, 283.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. 283.
All right, let's let the contract roll over. There's a lot of last minute volume that happens. Give it one moment to update.
283.
All right, so again, barely getting back to 100,000. We're at 99,777 LP, only about 300 LP off of our all-time high yesterday, but that's because the sniper today got away with a lucky run. Good for them. 285 LP takes it home. Pool balance still looking really healthy. Again, a lot of last-minute volume as people are compounding. And again, just an amazing day here at EMP and inside Detonator and inside of our entire ecosystem. So, Bull, anybody else have questions? I have time if we need to go a little bit later, but I don't know if there was any other questions before we wrap it up.
Here's a boardroom question.
Okay, yeah.
So if Boardroom starts printing at 9 p.m. but then ends below peg, let me see. That question, I'm having a difficult time sussing out that. It says if the Boardroom starts printing at 9 p.m. but then ends below peg at 2 hours 59 minutes 2 a.m., will it print for the duration of the 8 p.m. 3 a.m.? So I can answer it without answering that specific question.
Yeah, go ahead, Bull. I can probably too, but I think you
right after
it. Yeah.
Right after it rolls over, it has to be above that 101 for it to print. Not how should I say? Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, basically the boardroom only prints at that exact moment that the the epoch ends. So you don't have to have any e-shares in the boardroom the entire time, but as long as they're in there at the very last second, when the TROP is over 1.01, and again the boardroom epoch ends, that is when the emissions are paid. So yeah, hopefully that helps.
Yep, I think that's it.
All right, awesome. And so I have a little bit more updates, and then while you look, Bull, if there's any other last minute questions. So I have an amazing AMA again tonight. I've been going nonstop, but it's all worth it for this incredible community. We have an AMA with the Korean community, a guy by the name of Yuda Man. We are going live with him at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. So I'll post that when we're ready. Make sure you join us if you're up late as a night owl. Again, we try to really expand our marketing outside of our little DeFi sphere and really targeting other markets. We are on CoinTiger, which has been giving us a little bit of an error on CoinMarketCap, but that is an Asian market. We had that partnership about 3 months ago, and now we're hyping again more marketing in the Asian communities. So tonight we have an AMA again with a YouTube channel, Yuda Man, and it is a Korean market. So really excited for that. I'll post all the links on all of our socials when we're ready, but it's at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight. So that's a little bit more announcements and alpha for you, and then tomorrow we will have a major announcement in regards to the ETH staking contract. A lot to go over on that. And then we are also in the final stages of putting together the new detonator upgrades. And tentative date is Monday or Tuesday of next week. That is when new detonator changes will be live. So again, the hype train continues to keep on rolling, and I'm the conductor, I guess. I want one of those cool, fancy conductor hats. But yeah, we never slow
Done.
down around here, right, Bull?
No, it's yeah, if you slow down in crypto, like you're going to get left in the dust. You got to keep moving, keep talking to people, keep building. And, I'm sure a lot of people wonder, like, where the hell is the team, right? Well, they're doing shit in the background. They're busy. Like, if you're not keeping busy, somebody else is talking to that person that you should have been talking to get
Totally.
stuff done. And if you're not doing that, like, I would be concerned if, like, you go to a project and, all the team members are on those calls all the time. They're not very busy. Like, let's keep letting these guys do their thing, building pieces, building relationships, giving us a stronger passive income machine to put our time and money into. And we, of course, as usual too, keeping in mind we are all owners here, so never rely on other people to do stuff for you when you can do it as well to help push the project forward. And I always use that term, micro marketing. Get out there and like, share, subscribe, retweet, clap on mediums, upvote on Reddit. Anything you can do to pump your own bags, do it. There's no use sitting in the channel fudding your own bags, wondering when something's going to happen. And the best thing to look at is when are you gonna invest the time to pump your own bags, and get the project moving. Because we have I think 3,500 or so people that hold EMP ETH LP. There's 5,000 people in the Telegram, 5,000 in the Discord. Those are really strong numbers, but they could be a lot better. And it's a matter of people getting out there and telling people about the project and doing it in a classy way too. Not those shilly type posts where everybody is that are just kind of cringe, right? But it can be brought up very subtly. But if you're on your own channel, of course, just tweeting something out, hey, look, I'm really happy about this project I'm in, and obviously there's no reason to lie about anything. The best honesty is the best policy. That's a is one component that separates EMP from all the other projects out there. Is that there's a lot of honesty and integrity, transparency, all the good things, right, that we strive to be as people. All those qualities exist in this ecosystem, and they're with all of the people here. And so, I don't have any apprehension about telling people. I've told people before, look, my 3 nephews are in here, my niece is in here. I have other family members asking about it now, and you should be very interested about telling people, about this project, because you know why? You're a part owner. This is your business. So, part of being a successful business owner is making your business, other people's business, so to speak, getting other people involved, excited about what can be done here, what can be built. And it's not, like I said, it's not just financial, what you're building here. You are building yourself into, a more powerful, badass DeFi investor or crypto investor. But on top of that, you're going to be making friends here that I would venture to say that are going to be friends for a long time, and, are just going to make your crypto journey a lot better to be on, because the road trip, that really long road trip, if anybody's ever driven across country, sucks when you're by yourself. But when that car is full of people, it's really fun. So, make the road trip fun, find some friends, put them in your vehicle here, and then, drive to, that success stop, so to speak, and, get there and just make it fun, make it enjoyable when you click on your phone, or when you turn your phone on and look at EMP, or when you look at the Telegram, or you turn your PC on, however you do it. Like, this should be fun. You should be, of course, everybody is here to make money, but it should be fun. That you shouldn't be like, oh, I got to click this button, I got to get up, I got to do this, I got to do that. This should be fun, and you can make it fun by, finding people that you can laugh with, and, share your stories and strategies here. And so, but you can't do that just kind of sitting on your hands, waiting for something to happen, wondering when is the team going to do, when marketing, when this, when, just the only thing you really need to worry about is when when are you going to do those things for yourself?
100% Bull. Again, the crypto wisdom from our very own Bull Gates, my co-host with the most. Always appreciate having you here, brother. And yes, we're putting the fun back into crypto. Again, that's very appropriate for our announcement today. Again, Splinterlands is our major new partner. We have a payment gateway integrated into their system where you can use EMP to purchase Splinterlands assets and have fun playing a game or renting or whatever you want to do. Again, if you're in crypto, it should be because you want to be here, not because you're just trying to, buy a lotto ticket and hit 100x on the next poop coin. So anyway, on that note, another awesome day. More alpha and announcements tomorrow. The rest of this week is going to continue to be massive. Again, ETH staking updates tomorrow. And the new detonator upgrades early next week. I have a bunch of AMAs and meetings all the rest of this week. Again, I'll post the link in all of our socials. Congrats to all the winners of the random lottery and the largest deposit. The sniper today got away with a huge win. So that's the awesome part about our game theory here at EMP and inside of Detonator. So all right, everybody. Thanks again. If we did not get to your question, please feel free to save it for tomorrow. I'm happy to go over it. Again, we'll be talking about Splinterlands for the next few AMAs and from here on out. So, all right. Appreciate all of you. Good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.